Hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a quick and impressive presentation. The first that they are going to show is the safety platoon deployment. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the safety platoon deployment. So we will be asking ourselves, why is it that a police officer needs to handle this platoon? Because in the event that a police officer runs out of ammunition, they can use this truncheon. And because these participants belong to RPSC, Bravo company, they are involved and they are being deployed as civil disturbance management contingent. So this platoon exercises can be used during deployment. And after that, they will be showing you us the safety and control procedure using the platoon. So mapapansin niyo po dyan, in every attack, there is a counter-attack. Because in inertia, itinuturo po dyan, hindi po yung depensa. In every attack, there is a counter-attack. Because the RPSC personnel, once they are trained on inertia, they are ahead of 3 steps against their enemy. Yan po yung tinuturo. So mamaya po makikita natin kung paano nila gagawin yan in your full execution. So from safety control procedure, they will now go to take down procedure. Yan po makikita natin. Ganyan po yung ginagawa ng inertia. Yan po yung tinuturo. So kailangan po yan kasi po hindi po kailangan po yung personal minsan na bumaki ng kanilang gawin. The next is the first sergeant female from RPSC. They are going to show to us the so-called knife deployment. Dito po gagamit na sila ng kanilang mga knife. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform you that they are just using a demo knife. Demo knife lang po yan, hindi po yan totoo. So why is it that there is a need to use knife? Kung ang kalaban po ng ating kapulisan ay mayroong knife, pwede rin po gumamit ang ating kapulisan ng knife as their backup weapon. Ipulit po natin yung backup weapon because as a police officer, we have this primary weapon. So they are now executing the application of their knife. First is the safety control procedures. Dito po mapapansin natin in every attack, they are going every attack nakakaroon po sila ng iba't ibang execution. Kung saan po gano'n yung kanilang karapan, mayroon po silang approach dyan, which is first, the sole safety and control procedure. So mga babae po yan, hindi lang po kasi para sa lalaki ang training na ito. Kung ano po So kung mapapansin niyo kung ano po yung alam ng first director, alam niyo po yan ng mga participant. So on our left is Police Chief Inspector Lens Campaga. So they are showing the live stream with at kung mapapansin niyo po yan, medyo kapag nag-train ko kayo ng 80 years then you talaga malalaman yung one attack and alam po ang mangyayari po sa kalaban. So yan naman po, kung mapapansin niyo po, this is a close quarter fight. Hindi po kailangan dito na malayo yung distance. Kasi use or kailangan po lang malapit yung sa hindi po natin kailangan yung malayo. So, hindi po natin sinasabi, hindi po natin tinuturuan, ito pong ating mga participants na magiging warrior, it is being reiterated that the knife is just a backup weapon. Backup weapon lang po sa hindi po yan yung primary weapon. Kasi marami po nagsasabi, may baril ka naman, kailangan ka naman si. In the event, ulit, I would like to reiterate that when a police officer runs out of ammunition, he has his backup weapon, he has his range, he can use his range and knife to neutralize and safely control the aim. That is the first director of the municipality, Police Senior Inspector Danny Ibayapa on your right, and Police Chief Inspector Glenn Sampag. The next that you are going to witness is the weapon disarming. Or ito po yung mapapakita nila yung mahaba lang po yung M16, kung paano po nila kukunin at kung paano po nila bibigyan ng defense sa kanilang weapon galing po sa mga kalaban. So this is a combination of the style and enhance. Then ito naman po kung mapapansin po, aagawin po ang kanyang M16 but because the M16 hindi po yan maagaw ng kalaban. Ano po? So ito rin po isa ganyan, hindi po ang gagawin. Ito po ay pinapakita po dito na kahit ano pong sitwasyon, kahit na sino po ang kalaban, our beginner Shahali participants bring out the kids, can defend themselves. So if you think this is an easy training, hindi po siya ganun kadali. Talagang po natin ito ang ating mga kababaihan. We call it the weapon disarming. So kapag tinutukan po ang ating mga kapulisan, madali po sila makapag-action at kanila po makuha ang kanilang kalaban. Same way, kung tututukan mo po sila, mas madali po nilang ma-retain ang kanilang baril. Again, these are female performers, mga babae po ito. And they are performing actual. Kasi kung sa totoo mangyayari po talaga yan sa ating mga kababaihan. At dito po ipinapakita natin na ang mga kababaihan po ngayon ay talagang ready po sila makipagsabayan kahit po sa malalaki. Hindi po sila pwede pang-opisina lang. Kahit po nila yung sinasabi, because of this meeting, kaya po nila yung sa kanilang mga sarili. So dito po ipapakita natin yung actual na nangyayari po. Ano ba kasi paano magre-responde ang ating mga pulisan? Babae po ang nag-responde, kahit po may baril siya, hindi niya ginamit ang tutukan. Iniisip po natin ito yung human rights. They know how to defend themselves. Yan ang magagawin nila. Then, natin against the baton. At mapapansin niyo po, safety control force ang ginagawa nila. Hindi na po kasi yung sinasabi nila, kailangan mo patayin niyo po, kailangan safety and control force na. So, napansin nila kung paano na i-execute yung mga ganyan po, medyo lalaman pa po yan, makikita po natin on how they are going to address the
Magkano
criminal.
pa sa'yo? Wala na, hindi mo na sa'yo.
So, standard operating procedure po, nagkakaroon sila ng barristers para kung mayroon po tinatago. So, dahil may nagkakaroon po sila, nakikita po nila natin kung paano po nila ginagawa sa kanila to neutralize them. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, impressive presentation coming from the ex-impact weapon training course at 2013 That's number 1. Palakpakan po natin sila. Thank you so much.